Greetings. We continue the study of the compound name of God, Jehovah Cela. 6, we understand that the Lord is still the horn of our salvation, the highest protrusion, that is, the top of the mountain. Read the words of Zacharias in Luke chapter 1, verses 69 through 75. He says, "And hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David." Jesus Christ is this horn of salvation. "As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he sware to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us, that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life." There are many references in the book of Psalm concerning the exaltation of the horn of David, which are messianic in nature. For instance, we'll look at Psalm 132, verse 17. "There will I make the horn of David to bud. I have ordained a lamp for mine anointed." The context is clearly speaking of the coming of God's anointed one. 7th, the Lord is still our high tower, the cliff, the lofty, inaccessible place of refuge. I believe that this meaning is best understood metaphorically. That is, David is seeking to cause us to understand how far superior God's refuge is than any other that could be conceived of or offered to us. For example, the book of Hebrews teaches us in chapter 2, verses 14 and 15, that Jesus came in the flesh in order to, number 1, defeat the devil and destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil. And 2, to deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. See, the devil seeks to take men captive to enslave them to himself by convincing them that he will kill them if they do not serve him. But we must never forget that God is our high tower of strength and confidence. In Matthew 10:28, Jesus reminded us that we should not fear those who can, quote, only kill our physical body, and that would include the devil himself. Rather, he said we should fear God because he is able to cast the entire man, body, soul, and spirit, into an eternal lake of fire, which is the second death, according to Revelation 20, verses 14 and 15. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire.